Really? Really? Good evening, everyone. So this is Zeus. He is a Shih Tzu, and he does have a cherry eye that is producing quite a bit of discharge and gunk, so I'm going to clean that up the best I can. There's quite a bit of matting underneath his chin area. Let's see, his ears are going to need some plucking. There's some matting over here, so I think I'm going to start with a 5. I don't want to like go super short, but it definitely is going to have to be short, so I'm just going to attach my clipper vac, and we're going to start with a 5 blade, and we're just going to get into it and start. Well, so this is real mistakes that we make. And this is on there and not a clipper vac. That's my actual vacuum hose. So now the actual clipper vac is on there. Okay, try this again. So the reason I cut the hair while mobile grooming first is because it uses less product when I go to bathe him, and it will also take less time to dry him. He is in rough condition, but that is why I do what I do, so I can get these guys cleaned up. I don't know, I told her I may not have to shave all over, but I may have to. Like head too. There's a lot of matting. But you're a good boy. Say I'm a good boy. Yeah, it's a good boy. Lift up. So the clipper vac sucks the hair up as I'm cutting, and it keeps everything very clean and hygienic. I am going to go down to a 7. I'm going to use medicated shampoo on him also. There looks to be a pretty significant hot spot there. So I am using a 7 blade. I have to be a little bit careful when using a 7 blade because the teeth are wider and it can pick up that skin and cut the skin, and we don't want to do that. Gotta lift him up again and clean up this belly area. It's pretty matted, private area. I think I have to consider what is going to be best for the dog long term, and I do think that shaving this dog completely down is going to be best. There's just matting, and it's apparent that the dog does not get regular brushing, so I have to think of what is going to be best for the dog, and so I have decided that I'm going to just do a complete shave down, and we'll get this guy a really good bath so he's nice and clean, and get some medicated shampoo on there, and he will be feeling much better. He's a good boy. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the front legs really quick and then almost be ready for the bath. So we're gonna have to go shorter in the armpit area because it is matted in there, and I don't want to force a 7 through because it will cut the skin, and we don't want that. We want to do this safely. And I mean, this is pretty good size mat in there. So I'm just gonna gently turn him. Yep. He is definitely used to grooming. He understands what's going on. He's just letting me do it. It's matted in there. He's a good boy. Okay, so okay, so now I'm going to change to probably a 15 and try to get this private area cleaned up a little bit better. It's pretty matted, but this is definitely cleaning it up. I know, it's a little weird feeling, isn't it, bud? And then the armpits. And then over here. Okay, now it's bath time. So before I go to the bath, I am just going to put everything up where it goes. I'm gonna check the ears. And there's quite a bit of hair in there. So I'm just gonna pick him up. I'm gonna place him in here. And I'm gonna get out my little dog shelf. And I just have them just kind of slide it in so they know to scoot over. And put them up here. And huh. Get all that hair out. Yeah, that's the edge. Just quickly. I know, it's okay. Get all that out. Okay, and my water is nice and warm. I'm just gonna, it's okay. I know, it's okay. You're okay. It's okay, you don't like bats? It's okay. Get this, no, get that eye wet so that junk starts soaking so I can get all that off. It's okay. Okay, so before we can do the medicated shampoo, we have to do a regular bath. So I'm just gonna use some of this Still soap and turn on that. It's okay, it's just a bath. It's okay. Oh, are you gonna talk to me the whole time? Oh my goodness. I know. It's okay. No, we don't bite. No, we don't bite. We don't bite. Okay, and drain that out. I'm gonna do a quick rinse. Get that eye wet again. This is just water. Make sure we don't get it in the, it's okay. Make sure we don't get it in the nose. And then it is getting steamy in here. So I'm gonna open these vents so we can let out some of the humidity so he will be able to dry when we get him dry. I can always tell the humidity is getting high because the mirrors get foggy. It is 70% humidity in here. I'm just gonna turn this on and it'll suck out some of that humidity. I am now going to let's see, we're gonna use some, I don't even know if this one's open yet. Yeah, it is. Okay, this is the Plum Silky. I love this shampoo, and this is just going to be a regular bath just to get him all the way clean. And I never, ever, ever skimp on shampoo or products in general. However much he needs is what I'm going to use. Okay, that has been sitting on there a little bit, so I'm gonna get my little face comb and no, it's okay. Very, very gently. Huh. I wonder what caused that. Very, very gently. Brush out this gunk. All that eye gunk. And you can see some of these skin cells raising to the surface of the skin. That is good. That's what we want. It's raising them up so they come off and the medicated shampoo will work. So definitely quite a bit going on with this dog. Let's get all that junk out. Huh. Aren't we? Aren't we? Okay, just gonna rinse. I've got to rinse this up here, dude. Oh, I do have face wash. I've taken it out for a little bit. Just gonna get all that clean. I really am trying to not get it in his nose, but I also have to rinse all of that soap out. All right, now medicated shampoo. So for how his skin is looking, I'm going to be using this Sulfur Bins shampoo. Everything I'm using is linked down below. This stuff is very, very smelly. It smells like rotten eggs, but it is very efficient and works. And I am going to put it on pretty heavy. And the only downside with medicated shampoo is you have to leave it sitting for a good 10 minutes for it to fully work. And it does make the dog kind of stinky after, so, but it will help his skin. Ideally, medicated baths would be given at least twice a week for, I think it's 2 to 4 weeks until you see improvement. But a lot of these guys, I can't do that, so I just do what I can, and it helps them a little bit, and I just help them the best I can. So that will just sit on there for 10 minutes, and while that is doing its job, I will catch up on some emails and stuff that I need to do. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes, and I'm just going to rinse. It's okay. Why are we trying to bite? It's just water. Yeah, it's just water. We gotta rinse all the soap off. So he's been completely rinsed off, and so I'm gonna drain this water. That's not the drain. I'm gonna drain the water. I do that every once in a while. Okay, so I'm just going to take my towel. I'm gonna just gently wipe these eyes, make sure they're good to go, and so the drying part will not be time-lapsed in this video, and but the volume level will be turned down so it's not so loud. Because when you speed up with the GoPro, it tends to make some people sick, and we don't want to do this. I want to make this clear. This is staining. This is not dirtiness. It's just staining. All my towels, happy hoodies, etc. are washed after each use and are washed with laundry detergent and bleach. It's okay. It's okay, bud. a little choppy in here because of the way I had to cut it. So when a dog doesn't want their head dry, you just kind of have to do what you can. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'll gently turn him. And some of this is because he has hair missing in spots. Like this, there's hair missing right there. So when grooming matted dogs or very, very long dogs that are getting a cut, sometimes we don't realize there's little bumps and sometimes they bleed. So that is not from me hitting it or nicking it, it's just from the air. The dryer, sometimes it can cause them to bleed a little bit. But it has stopped. Which is the good thing. You're being such a good boy, except for the dryer on your head. Being a really good boy. Oh, I gotta see this. Inside. My battery died. Had to change it out. Good boy. Just don't want to get bit. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Good boy. I'm gonna take a 10. It's looking really dark outside. Come here. Okay. All right, and now turn this off. I just realized I did not do a test shot with this camera, so I'm hoping everything is in view and I can actually use this video, because I'll be really sad if I don't. If I can't. Because it looks like it's pointed down pretty far, but hopefully, because I have it on the wide view, you guys will be able to see this and this video will go out. So obviously if you're viewing this video, then you know the footage was okay, or okay enough to post. Sweet boy. Okay, so now I don't know how he's gonna do for the nail trim. Does your groomer use this? Hmm? You don't like that, huh? So because of his eye, a muzzle that fits would rub it, and we don't want to do that because it'll cause more irritation. So I'm gonna put one that goes over his whole head, and that way I can still cut his nails, but he won't be able to bite. Okay. It's okay. Yeah, we're not gonna bite. No, no sir. No. I know. Why are you wagging your tail, but you're trying to bite? Dew claws are very long. Really? Really? I don't know. I don't like this tabletop because it's rough and it makes it incredibly hard to clean stuff like poop up. So it's just like, yeah, and now he's got poop all in his foot. So I'm gonna have to re-bathe this foot. You're okay. See? It's okay. So I'm gonna take my small brush and my straight scissors and I just trim all this up, and then I will do the paw pads in a minute, and then he will just about be finished. Well, good to know. You're okay with scissors, but you're not with the Dremel. Come over here. Okay. This foot. And for those of you that are worried about contamination with the feces, I do disinfect everything in between dogs that I have used. So my scissors, and I'll show all that at the end because we're getting close to being done. Okay, last thing to do besides bandana is to take a 30 blade and clean up those paw pads. So after I'm done with this, I'll do the bandana. He is finished. Again, don't reuse anything, including muzzles. All of it gets washed in laundry detergent and bleach. And I'm gonna find him a bandana. That's really tiny. I don't know if that's gonna fit. Yep, it'll fit. Alright. Oh my goodness. He looks so much better. There's no junk down here. His eyes all cleaned up. His ears are cleaned. Everything looks great. So I'm just gonna use some of this. Everything is linked down below that I used today.